Okay. So just another thing that I was thinking about this week, it actually was a discussion that I had with one of my employees, completely unrelated to Beachbody, even unrelated to my business, my renewal rehab business, but it was about decisions. And she's currently dealing with a certain decision that she has to make. And here was the advice that I gave her, and I thought this was really important because I've actually heard this from Tony Robbins, where he said decisions are what create your destiny. Mm-hmm. And you know, one of the things I could say is that over the last 10, 11 years that I've been a business owner, traditional and now a home-based business owner, I can say that I've made a lot of decisions, and my decision-making is a lot quicker. I'm not saying better. I'm saying quicker. I am not afraid to pull the plug on things.
Right.
I'm not afraid to say yes or say no. And you don't get that until you have a lot of reps.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to make decisions. And I see people suffocate themselves and paralyze themselves of not making a decision of yes or no and just saying, I will just stay.
Yeah.
So here's my example. I hope this makes sense. It's like a maze, right? And we're a bunch of mice, all right? And we're trying to get to the other end.
Yeah.
And we have doors to go through.
That's not the rat race, is it?
That's the rat race for some people. And we're trying to get through it. At the end of the day, you have a way. You can either go left or you can go right.
Right.
And some people just stay. I don't know which way to go, so I'm just not going to move. I might go right, and that door might be closed. But the thing that happens is that when I go right and I hit a closed door, now I know don't go there again. But I won't know until I make that decision.
Right.
Until I either go left or right. Sometimes I go left, and that was the right door. And a huge opportunity opens up for me.
Isn't that saying is, what do they call that? Paralysis by analysis?
Analysis, yeah. That's what most people struggle with.
Right.
And I think it is so important to not be caught up with making the right decisions.
Right.
I think it's important to be caught up with making decisions.
Definitely.
What's your take on it?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm like you. When you have to make a decision, in a traditional business, it's a little different because you sometimes become the IT person, you become the secretary, you become a lot of different things. You have to wear a lot of different hats.
Right.
Sometimes if you don't have those positions filled, and that I think, and that leading into that, I would say the decision is that when you make it, things happen quicker.
Right.
Okay, but here's the other thing is that I want you to understand that it doesn't have to be treated. You don't have to treat this like your business. And hear me out on this. Mm-hmm. I want you to understand, and everybody that's listening, is to treat it like your job. Because in your job, and everybody's probably had one, in your job, you're told what to do. Right? Here is your list. Please get it done.
Right.
So what happens if you don't get it done? You're
bad things.
Yeah, a lot of bad things happen, right?
Right.
So I heard somebody say this, and I was just listening to something, and I don't remember who it was, and he was saying that basically, if you treat it like a business, you become complacent.
Right.
There's more flexibility.
Right.
It's like, oh, I don't have to work today.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But if you treat it like a job, you never miss in 4 years.
Right. That is so true.
Right?
That is so true.
So, make a decision.
We were just talking about that off camera too. My personality typically is a little bit more reserved than it is on camera or when I'm at the office as a treating physical therapist.
Right.
And why is that the case? Because I have a job to do. Right?
Right.
I have to perform when I'm at the office. People are looking at me to perform.
Exactly. And, oh yeah.
I don't treat it like a business. I treat it like a job.
That's funny.
That's my job. My job is to perform.
Funny to say that, man. I heard Eric Worre just say that. That's funny. He was just talking about. Well, he wasn't just, but I was listening to something probably 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I remember this jogged my memory.
Right.
And he said exactly what you said.
Are you serious? Wow.
He was saying that, you know, I know you didn't get that. I'm sure you didn't that didn't plug in.
Right.
You came up with that on your own.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he said something different though. He said that what were you saying?
Typically my personality is more reserved. I know people think that on video, and people think that in my office, but I treat it like a job.
Right. So
I have to go in and perform. If I don't perform, people won't come.
So that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
So, you know, he didn't say it like that. He said that when people are not watching, he doesn't perform.
Right.
But when people are watching that he respects, or that he think, you know, there's some form of respect there,
Right.
then he's all over it.
Right.
So
treat it like a job.
Treat it like a job.
Treat it like a job. There you go.